Floss Tube. Happy Sunday afternoon. It's Pam, stitching between the lines. It is March 1st, 2020, Sunday afternoon. A bright, sunny, I don't think it's above freezing. Oh, maybe. My watch says it's 34, which might be the high for the day. So there's a bit of melting going on, and the sky is bright blue, and it's nice out. So anyway, I am making a video in my echoey dining room, just like last time. To touch on some things that I couldn't do last time. I was waiting for something to come in the mail, and I left my main whip downstairs, so I got that. Plus, I found some, I pulled off the wall or out of the cupboard even more older finished projects that, I have to pull a Mama Joan on and say, I don't remember what this is called or anything like that. It's just to enjoy a little trip down memory lane. So first up, let's just get in. Maybe if I can get it under 15 minutes, it'll upload without me having to go find good internet somewhere. So Liberty Lane, Country Cottage, right? Oh my gosh, this is how bad it is. I'm working on it right now. I don't even know. I think it's Country Cottage. And this was a Mania whip, which means it was started and put in part of my Mania lineup of starting or working on 19 whips, 19 starts, something that totaled 19 whips plus starts. And I had barely any parts of the white done in the main house. And I worked on it one day, I think, during Mania 2019, and I kind of really ignored it. And once I was kind of regretting that I was ignoring it because I have the whole pillow that it goes on and the whole thing. But once I got a color added other than the white, I really started to enjoy it. So this is what I focused on in February, trying to finish it in February. But as you can see, it's not done. I was afraid I was going to run out of rhubarb, and I let a few days go by where I thought maybe I could eke out my rhubarb. And then I realized that this checkerboard border is rhubarb and white. So I ordered some, thanks to my friend Penny at thedailystitcher.com. She is sending me a skein of Gentle Arts rhubarb. So that'll be here any day now. Not that I'm in a hot hurry to work on little 4 patches down there, but it'll get done. It will be done. It will be FFO'd because in all my packing of my sewing room, I'm pretty sure I left that pillow out. I think so. I think I did. It's kind of a mess down there. So anyway, Liberty Lane will not be on my Mania 2020 list because it will be done. So there's that. Okay, so that's the only thing with project-wise I have to show you. The rest, well, the next thing is a bunch of things, like I said, I pulled off the wall or out of the cupboard because I do change things out seasonally. This one, probably Little House, right? You know, where they did those samplers where it featured something and they spelled the word out somewhere in there. So this was the B one. I don't know. And I'm not gonna know anything about this one. Probably people recognize the designs. I have a whole bunch of them. Possibly this is the only one I've stitched. It's something Christmassy, this like vase of, I don't know what. Oh, let's look at years. I didn't touch on the year. I did this one. I gotta stop putting my initials in such light floss that I cannot read them because I'm apparently slowly going blind. That might say 2011. This one, I don't see my initials anywhere. Nope, no initials, no year. We just have to, I don't know. I don't know how we know that I ever stitched that, if anybody ever can identify my initials. Silver Creek Samplers, 2011. I looked as I picked it up. That's a cute one. Just trying to get the frame in there a little bit. This is, what is it? Jenny Bean's Garden. No offense to anybody, but I hated stitching this one. I just hated it. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. We're just not going to talk about it. There's apparently no year in there and no initials on it, which is liable to be a symptom of it was done, that was the end. Done. But I like the end result. So I did stitch this one a million years ago. Oh, look at that. A million years ago. More than 20. 1998. It's a Noah's Ark, obviously. I saw this one somewhere. I saw the pattern, maybe at StitchCon on the freebie table, and I think I took a picture of it. I should have looked to see if I still had a picture of it so I would know the name. It's probably long gone from any sort of availability. This is a little finish that was hanging in my bathroom, downstairs, my little half bath from 2007. I sent this to be finished. There was a finisher that used to do the most amazing, and she did amazing cording in her bows and her tassels, always spot on and perfect. I haven't heard her mentioned in years, so I don't know that she's finishing anymore. This one I have seen pop up all of a sudden. I don't know if it, these things fall off the radar and then all of a sudden somebody discovers them, or I don't know if they're re-released in any way. Clearly, I stitched it in 2010 and I think I'd had the pattern for a little while. Patriotic something or other, sampler, I don't know. Again, it's going to be a little house or country cottage. And this one, we think 1998 was old. No, I'm not seeing a name or initials or anything. You ready? This is from the early days, right? This also hangs in the half bathroom. There's kind of a country-like theme in there, I guess. Then there's a couple biggies, and I mean biggies. Let me see. I'm gonna stand up for this one. Let me check the year first. I think it's 2000. Oh my gosh, another one. It's 99. 1999. This is Peabody Moss, and this one, this quilt, the blocks in the quilts are different patterns that she has out, or did, once upon a time. And back, obviously, finished this in 99. I don't remember if I started it that year or the year before. Was Ada, because I didn't know anything different. I'm not sure anything different was readily available. I remember going to the store and buying this. I mean, it was probably way out of my price range. But it was down, I just noticed, so it's been framed for 20 years. Well, this I did not notice. Let's look at this. Despite the glare, there's a piece of lint. I always hoped that would just fall out on its own. I noticed the Ada a wrinkle starting to show, a crease. It's apparently not popping up here and now. So it may go get re-stretched. We'll see, excuse me. I had to step a lot further out of the frame than I anticipated. This one, I want to say it's Bent Creek. Yeah, well, it's a Bent Creek snapper, so it's got to be Bent Creek. This was released monthly. It's the red ribbon, red thread runs through kind of thing, saying underneath it. And my understanding was at the time, the Bent Creek designer or somebody in the family was adopting a baby from China. I don't know anything about the legitimacy of any of that, so that's why that red thread was important at the time. And again, I don't know any of the legitimacies of that. This was 2008. Monthly installment, free border. Probably you had to buy the button/snap pack. I don't know. Apparently I was into the Bent Creek during the snapper time. And then one more gigantic one. Let's check the year before I even turn it around. 1998. I was prolific back then. My youngest was a baby. She was born in 96. So there was probably a lot of nap times. Again, Ada, but it's a lavender and lace. I remember working on this in the afternoons when there was napping, and those big folds of the dress. She just stitched and stitched, and all of a sudden you had a big section of dress. This one also, Ada, 20 years framed. I see a cat hair somewhere on here. A crease has started to show up. So I might take that one back to have it stretched again. But here's the thing. I forgot to put the needle in her hand. There's supposed to be a needle in her hand and then a thread, you know, that was just like free flowing down to the quilt. I don't know about that under glass, but at least to have the needle in there would have been nice. But that was my bad. A long time ago, probably mentally I was engaged somewhere different, right? 3 little kids. All right, I haven't purchased anything in a long time, so I don't have a lot of purchases when I do show purchases, but I'm going to show this. Priscilla and Chelsea, Stitching Housewives, I believe is their Etsy store. Took me a little bit of time to find it. I had to find it from Priscilla's blog. Stitching Housewives. You know, I was trying to search it with Stitching with the Housewives. They have designed 3 little, really cute little Easter patterns. They're all on a mug, and Priscilla's finished them all in this tin that she got from Michael's. When I saw this one was the newest one, I popped on over there and purchased the downloadable version. I think it was $5. So that's it for purchases. Now, the meat and potatoes of today's video. I had seen this done a year ago. A couple other floss tubers I saw, maybe it was a lot more floss tubers, were approached by a Russian cross-stitch store. They sell more than just cross-stitch, but I only focus on the cross-stitch. mybobbin.com, my bobbin like a bobbin of thread, mybobbin.com. I will link it below. If you are watching this video in the first couple minutes or whatever that it gets uploaded, I will need, once it gets uploaded, let's assume it's not in the middle of the night tonight, as soon as it gets uploaded, I will go to my computer and put in the information in the Dropbox down below with the link to mybobbin.com. But it's as simple as that, mybobbin, like me, mybobbin.com. Here's my sticky note that even says it, mybobbin.com. So when the other floss tubers had talked about it and showed it, I went and checked it out, which I love the store. I have to tell you, I love the store. I loved the store before they contacted me. I signed up for their email list, their email mailing list, and I must have been able to specify that I was only interested in cross stitch, because every week I get an email with a discount on patterns by a particular designer, whoever the featured designer is of the week. So pop over there and look. There is some neat patterns. They're honestly, and a lot of them you can get in PDF, so you don't have to wait for any kind of shipping, although they like to stress that they offer local prices to the global market. So it's very economical. It really is. Their prices on regular patterns, if it's a kit, for example, that you can get somewhere else, often their price is a little less. So go look. When I get their email every week and I see, like, maybe I'm not at a spot where I can stop and go look at that designer's patterns, I'll save and wait until I'm like, it's quiet somewhere and I can just scroll through, because they really are nice patterns. A little different than what we usually see. So anyway, they reached out and wondered if I would be willing to order a couple things and then speak about them, which is what the other floss tubers did. Nobody, though, in my previous experience, had mentioned signing up for the email list. So really do that, even if you just like a little bit of eye candy in the cross-stitch world. So I said I'd be happy to. I was familiar with a couple other floss tubers having done this like a year ago, so I said, sure, what the heck? So I chose 2 things. I chose a downloadable pattern so I could speak about that, and I ordered a kit. So the downloadable pattern that I got, I didn't look at the name in English. It might be Winter Boots, something like that. Isn't that the cutest thing? It's so different. Have you ever seen anything like that? Isn't that fun? And it's not a huge pattern. I think it's 101 by 150. So when you get a downloadable pattern, it comes in actually 4 different ways. Like you download it. There's that one way to do that. I save it to my notes on my iPad, and then I get it into either Easy Reader or no, Goodreader, not Goodreads, like where you keep track of your books you read, but Goodreader, which is a PDF reader and lets you, highlight what you're finished with or whatever. And then Easy PDF. So I put it in all the places. And then you could print it. But it comes in color with the highlighting. It comes in color without the highlighting. It comes in black and white with the highlighting, and it comes in black and white without the highlight lines, right? The outlining. I'm sorry, I'm not saying the right thing. So color with outlining, color without, black and white with the outline stitches, and then black and white without. So every way that it's easiest for you to read, they have it in their PDF. Let me just say something else about the website. I logged in, to create an account when I signed up for the email list. And you can go through and you can look at their patterns and you can favorite them. You can heart them. There's a little heart on them. It's kind of like when you're doing Etsy and there's a little heart on there. And so that saves your favorites. So when you have an account, I never have logged out on my iPad. And every time I go back a year later, all the things I have hearted or favorite are still favorited. So I can always go look and see what was it I really liked. So that's a really cool thing. And then this is the best part of all. I ordered a kit. I wanted to be able to speak about the shipping and how the kits came and a PDF. So that's why I did the 2 things. So I ordered a kit and it came in an envelope with all the stamps. Let's do this better this time than when I did the Russian stamps one other time. If anybody wants them, send me make a comment and I'll draw. Last time I said I didn't imagine anybody would want them, and I got 3 requests, and the first person who said I'll take them, I just said okay, they're yours, and then I kept getting requests. So this time I'll do better. They're not I'm not a stamp collector, so these could all be the most lovely stamps you've ever seen. I'm just trying to hide my address like as if I wouldn't give it to you anyway. Okay. The house I'm moving away from. So if anybody wants those stamps or knows somebody that collects stamps, let me know. I'll save them. So anyway, let's get to the good part. I chose this pattern, and it was in my favorites already because does anybody remember when, like, last summer I got a catalog and it was in there? Was it like the Stitchery Keepsakes? Who does a catalog still? Not Hirschner's, but one of the other ones that did. And it didn't say who it was by. And I was so in love with it, but the price and I couldn't make myself order it. And so somebody told me it was a Luca S, which might be pronounced Lucas. I heard Luda, cross stitch with Luda, right? Does anybody watch her? Everybody watches her. She pronounced it Lucas. So we always say Luca S, so I'm not really sure what's the proper way. But anyway, name brand, we know it. I ordered it. Here it is. In fact, right around when I ordered it, I got the email with that week's featured designer, and it was Luca S, and all of hers were 30% off, which is amazing. I mean, that's amazing. The email said, first time ever, Luca S 30% off. So I don't know if it was the percent that was the first time that high, or if it was the designer. Anyway, this came in that envelope. It took less than 2 weeks from I think I ordered it on a Thursday, and 2 weeks later, on Thursday, I got the card in my mailbox that said I had something I needed to sign for. Had I been, I don't know if I was home or not, or if the mailman even tried to knock on my door to get my signature. I have in the driveway before signed for something from Russia. But anyway, so it was Friday when I got it. So 2 weeks, but it's okay. It's okay. If it was an emergency that I started this immediately, whatever. It's not. I don't usually have cross-stitch emergencies. I could get a PDF, right? I don't know if Luca S comes as PDF, but so this one, it came all gift wrapped like a present. Oh, it was so fun. It was like such a treat when I got home. I was so excited to open it, and it comes. Look at that. Ooh. I have never had a kit that's so beautifully pre-organized. I just want to touch it all, which I'm going to get to. I'm going to get to touch it all. I may start it soon, even though I'm trying not to start things. I'm trying to dwindle down what's going on so that I have the most potential during Mania. But this is a special occasion. This was a special opportunity offered to me, so I got a pattern that I had really hoped for and wanted and had a longing for, but hadn't pulled the trigger on. How's that? Because, you know, I got a lifetime of stash. But I've been dying to start a big, involved project, right? I don't shy away. So there it is. I would like everybody to go check out mybobbin.com, where really things are reasonably priced, very reasonably priced, and very easy to get with no shipping if you do a PDF. If you want a kit, that's fine too. Like they like to make sure everybody knows. They offer local prices to a global market, so they can mail you stuff anywhere in the world, clearly, because I have mine right here. So there you go, on a nice sunny Sunday afternoon. My husband has left to go out of town, so I'm going to stitch away all Sunday afternoon and evening watching whatever TV I want. That I can't watch whatever I want anyway, but in the evening we enjoy our time together. Is in the evening after supper, after a long day, watching a little bit of TV together while I stitch, and then I'm the early to bed kind of person, so I only get a couple hours in the evening, so this is exciting that I get a whole rest of the afternoon. It's almost 2 o'clock until I can't stay awake anymore. So everybody enjoy your Sunday, and March 1st, 2020. March is my least favorite month. You know, upstate New York, it's mud season, so it's just like winter has lasted too long. We get teaser days of spring. Usually there's nothing good going on in March. Our March is not going to be slow, boring, or anything, because we will complete this move before March is out. So I'm ready. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to make that my home. So maybe it'll be an exciting March. Change my attitude towards March. So have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.